Jamal Niaz here with the main man, Jordan Gill, main event at the AO Arena against Zelfa Barrett. You're going into another man's hometown again. You did it last time with absolutely flying colours. As a massive underdog, you know, what's it like coming in knowing that the majority of the arena is going to be cheering for your opponent and you're looking to spoil the party?
Same shit, different day, innit? Just the same. Turn up, perform, come away with a win.
Yeah, I mean, you and Zelfa share a common opponent in Kiko Martinez. Now, I spoke to Zelfa before and he feels that you're rightfully so a completely different fighter to the Kiko fight. You've shown that already. So do you believe that that's a fight not even worth looking at from Zelfa's perspective?
Yeah, I mean, you can't really read too much into either one. You know, you could look at the Kiko fight and think, you know, it's only 2 fights ago or 1 fight ago. So yeah, I mean, he can look at that, and if he feels that I'm different, you know, I probably am in certain ways. But you know, there's still things there that I might do the same. I don't know. I feel like, you know, it was a bad night when I boxed Kiko. I think it was a bad night when he boxed Kiko as well. So, you know, everyone has bad nights, everyone has good nights, and even like Rakhimov, I can't read into that too much because I don't have the same style as Rakhimov. I probably don't punch as hard, I don't pressure as much. I'm not a southpaw, so yeah, his styles make fights, and he's a different style to Kiko. I'm a different style to Kiko. I'm a different style to Rakhimov as well. So yeah, it's all just things that you can look at, but it's best to keep it simple and not look too much into anything.
You know, you opened up a lot after the Conlan fight and showed how much you had to overcome to even get to that night anyway. So in terms of what you've experienced outside of the ring, does it seem like, and I spoke to Zelfa the same thing, he's been through a lot of hard and tough times outside the ring in his life. Does whatever or whoever you're looking at inside the ring, does that not even compare to the obstacles you overcome outside the ring? And what you mentioned after the Conlan fight, a lot of people will have reached out and said how much you sharing that story will have helped them in similar situations. Is that the case as well?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people did reach out. You know, I was given the platform to speak. I wanted to explain to people how hard it was for me to get to that point to fight Conlan, let alone beat him. So I think it was important that I used that platform, and I didn't expect the response that I had. You know, so many people reached out to me. You know, people look at people on TV and expect their lives to be perfect, and you know, it's the opposite. And you know, it's not as glamorous as it might look from the outsider's point of view. You know, everyone has struggles, everyone has hardships. A lot of people have hardships greater than I've ever had. Zelfa's been through hardships as well, and it toughens you up, it gives you life experience, and it gives you mental strength to push on. And you know, that's one thing that I'm excited about this fight, because you know, we both got boxing skills, we can both punch hard at super feather, we can both, you know, do a bit of everything, and we both are tough, and we both got that will to win, and we both will never quit. So I'm not sure who's going to fold, or whether it's going to be a points fight. We'll see, but it's a very exciting fight, and one that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, because like you mentioned, the mental fortitude of you both is so strong. You know, your ability to be resilient and move forward and keep pushing on, it has the makings of an all-out war. But the position that you're both in, you will obviously want to make a statement due to the way that the Cordina situation is, and that he's got mandatories, and obviously he's looking at potentially fighting your friend Lee Wood as well. You mentioned that late last year.
I think we both need a good performance to cement a place to rightfully ask for a world title, whether it's a stoppage or not, I'm not sure. It is what it is. I'll be happy with a win. Whatever happens.
You know, I mentioned Lee Wood there as well, and he's a very close friend, and you know, you went out to say how much he's helped you personally as well as professionally as well.
Yeah, he's smashed it, and he's completed boxing, you know, British, Commonwealth and world champion. So I'm over the moon for him. He's done so well. I like to see him have 1 or 2 more, make a shit ton of money, win some more belts, and retire happy. and yeah, he's helped me massively. He took me out to flew me out to Ventura to train with him when I didn't have a coach or a trainer or a gym, and I spent a bit of time with him, and then sort of started going down to Harlow and training down there with the guys, and it led to the opportunity for Mick Conlan, and I took that opportunity with both hands, and I made the most of it, and look where we are now. So yeah, it's exciting.
You mentioned Mick Conlan there. Now, he had a rematch clause, didn't he, in your guys' fights? And I know you've gone out on record and said you'd have loved to have had that rematch, but he's had to step away for a moment from the sport after the loss. But he can still reactivate that when he chooses to come back, if he chooses to come back. Could that potentially happen this year? If he wants to activate it, you're absolutely down for that, yeah?
100%. Yeah, I'm happy to do that. I'll do it in Belfast again if he wants. I don't care.
Because you don't even have to go to Belfast, but you just want to put an extra statement on it and say, look, I'm going to do it in the exact same fashion as last time, so there's no question marks whatsoever.
I think I'll do a better job than last time. I think there was mistakes that I made that I shouldn't have done, and I think I'll do even better next time. But I can't see it happening, but if he wants it, it's there. It's got to either happen. It's either this fight or the next fight. So if he wants it, it's got to happen soon.
I know Zelfa's said in previous interviews, and he mentioned to me just then when we spoke, that there was a time when you were a featherweight, and obviously he was super feather, and he asked you for a bit of sparring. Liked you as a fighter, liked you as a guy, and he believes it was at the AO Arena for one of Crawler's fights.
It was actually for Tony Bellew versus Usyk at Manchester Arena. Yeah, we see each other in the back, and we said, "How are you doing? You're right." And said, "We'll have to get some sparring in. That'd be great." And then we both was up for it, and it just never really happened. Never really come to anything, which is a shame. But now we're here doing it for real in 8 ounce gloves over 12 rounds. So, the world's funny, innit? And your paths always meet if they're meant to.
Now I know you're no shortage of inspiration from your gym mates, and one of them, Anthony Joshua, he's fighting Francis Ngannou in 2 or 3 weeks. Massive fight, probably the biggest fight of the year so far now that the Fury-Usyk fight has been pushed back. So I know you've said you've not really picked his brain boxing-wise because everyone else does that, but you have had some chats with him, some brief chats. What's it like just being around him in terms of his experience, his life experience, his professional experience, and see him in camp for a colossal fight like that?
Yeah, it's great. You can pick up something from everyone, I think, and he's a very professional guy. He's very focused. He'll come into the gym. He always works hard. He doesn't leave and leave stuff in the gym. He always puts everything. He puts everything in. And to see someone that's been 2-time heavyweight champion, made millions and millions of pounds, to still have that hunger and desire to achieve and be better, it's inspirational. And he will always want to better himself. He'll always want to do better, and he'll always be his own worst critic. And it's really good to see. And if he's in there working hard, then I'm going to make sure I'm in there working hard too.
What do you make of that matchup? Because Ngannou really brought it to Tyson. Obviously, there's the questions whether Tyson overlooked him, he didn't show up at his best, and that was Francis' opportunity to take advantage of that. Or do you believe that Francis was that good on that night, and that it is a massive, massive test for AJ?
I think it's a test, for sure. I don't think it's his hardest fight, but at the end of the day, Ngannou's a massive guy. He's got a massive neck. He can punch like a mule. He can take a shot, and he's fit. And he really impressed me against Tyson Fury. I thought he won the fight. I thought it was a very good performance. Shocked me, and yeah, I like the fight. I think it's a great fight. I don't think it's an easy fight, but I think it's a fight that AJ will win, and I think he'll look good and do a better job than Fury, and that sets up a massive fight with Fury in the future, whether he wins against Usyk or loses. So it's a no-lose situation for AJ.
Final one, what can fans expect on fight night? Because like I mentioned, it has the recipes for an all-out war, fight of the year contender.
Yep, you said it, fight of the year. I think that's what it's going to be. I think it's going to be a great fight. It's going to have a bit of everything. I think it might be a cage in spots. We'll be boxing in spots. I think we'll be slinging it out in spots. So I'm here for it. I'm ready to go and looking forward to it.